The coroner inquest investigating the cause of the collapse of a building belonging to the Synagogue Church of All Nations in Lagos has indicted the church, accusing it of negligence. Lagos Coroner Magistrate Oyetade Komolafe called for the investigation and possible prosecution of the two structural engineers who built the collapsed six-story building. 116 persons died when the building collapsed on September 12th last year in Lagos. Most of the dead were South Africans who were visiting the church at the time and staying in the ill-fated building. The recommendations of the coroner bring to an end an inquest in which the man in the center of it all refused to testify. Despite being summoned on several occasions, Prophet T.B. Joshua refused to appear before the coroner to give his testimony, opting instead to go to court to challenge the jurisdiction of the coroner's inquest. And even when he wasn't at the final proceeding of the inquest, his supporters besieged the court premises in show of solidarity. The coroner made it clear it was unfortunate Prophet Joshua refused to testify, even when a lower court had ordered him to do so. He, however, indicted his church of possible criminal negligence for failing to obtain approval before embarking on the construction of the building. Prophet Joshua and his church had always blamed the collapse of the building on what they called a mysterious aircraft or deliberate explosion. But the coroner said the testimony of expert witnesses ruled that out. He also ruled out Joshua's claims that the victims of the incident likely died from multiple injuries and fractured skulls caused by the collapse. He ruled that the collapse was as a result of structural failures and called for the prosecution of the two engineers who handled the building project.
Today has shown everyone that, at least in Lagos State, we take the issue of death seriously. You know, when people die in circumstances which are needless or necessary or could be prevented, we are saying now in Lagos State that it would not go unnoticed. The state will now look at the material before it and determine, whether or not, such individuals, the individuals should be investigated and prosecuted. Now, with the verdict, there can be civil proceedings initiated against anyone, there can be criminal proceedings initiated against anyone, and there can even be disciplinary proceedings based, by professional bodies, also initiated by against the contractors, for example.
For supporters of Prophet T.B. Joshua, they were happy with the ruling of the coroner.
As far as we are concerned, we have been vindicated. Yes. That we did not patronize quacks, that we procured good materials, that we used current certified engineers. Yes. So, as far as we are concerned, indeed, the coroner's inquest has vindicated the position of the church.
It remains to be seen what both the federal and state governments will do with the findings and recommendations of the coroner's inquest. This is certainly not the end of this case. Some legal experts believe this is just the beginning of Prophet T.B. Joshua's legal battle.